Okay, cool.
Welcome to Femme House Radio with your host LP Giobbi, and this week we kick off Women's History Month with one of my favorite artists, Philou, who also released a track this week on my record label Yes 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 called Acid Martini, which is an incredible track. Born in Paris, but having lived and stayed extensively in Brazil, Philou has emerged as a significant figure in the music scene. Her approach to music is underpinned by a sonic palette that is punchy, groovy, and dynamic, effortlessly bridging genres from indie dance and house to Latino rhythms. Her sets reflect her own broad-ranging cultural experiences and musical influences with a robust portfolio that spans continents and resonates across diverse audiences. Welcome back to Femme House Radio, Philou. It's an honor to have you.
So happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk Acid Martini, your latest release on my record label Yes Yes Yes, which includes a sample of Penelope Cruz's voice from Vanilla Sky. What drew you to that sample?
It's one of my favorite movies, first of all. Then I really...
So good.
It's the best. I love it. Like the plot twist, everything. It's beautiful. And yeah, Penelope Cruz's accent is to die for. She's like sexy, mysterious. She has it all, I think. And yeah, she has this, I don't know, this vibe that I always loved. And for me, it's like the best punchline. And she said it in such a cute way, but it's so powerful, you know, the message. I love it.
It's so powerful. I love how you build the track around that, and it's like it's how she says your actions. It's so sweet and mysterious, and then your track when that happens, and then the drop hits. The contrast between this sweet, mysterious vocal and this like beautiful drop. How did you build around that? How did you get that drop to feel so impactful in relation to that vocal? I've been playing this track out, and it is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I think life is about contrast. Everything is about contrast. Like, for example, you never wear very heavy makeup, like on, you're going to wear like a very strong lipstick, but never heavy makeup on the eyes. You're going to always make sure that there's a balance, you know, in life for everything. I mean, I took that example. Maybe it's a stupid one, but, you know,
I love that example.
You know, like you're gonna wear a very nice dress and you're gonna wear big chunk boots to just like add this contrast. Yeah, I don't know if it sounds superficial, but it can, you know, it totally works on like a lot of examples, and life wants this contrast always for everything. And for music as well, you know, I love when I arrive somewhere and, you know, I'm a woman. So usually they're like, okay, you can go on the side. I'm like, no, I'm playing next. And they're like, okay. And they're like, oh, she's probably going to play disco, you know? And I start like, yes! And they look at me like, okay.
You know what? Now that you say this, how you talk about this, I realize why I love playing your music out. Is because
thank you.
It feels for me you do have a good balance of the masculine and the feminine in your music. Like I feel very like powerful and strong and assertive, but also gentle and beautiful when I play your music. Like I can feel that contrast and that balance in my body, and I think that you really nailed that with Acid Martini. Did you start with the sample, or did you make the track and then think, oh, this sample the vocal sample will be like a great contrast?
First of all, thank you for that compliment. It really goes straight to my heart.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy you feel this way when you play my tracks. And no, I knew that the last track that I made, I used my own voice as a vocal. And for this one, I didn't want to use my voice. I wanted to use something else. And I knew I always loved that punchline, and I always kept it somewhere in my head. And I'm a big fan of Wax Taylor. I don't know if you're familiar with Wax Taylor.
No, tell me about Wax Taylor.
He's an incredible producer, and he always used samples from Hitchcock movies in his tracks.
Whoa.
And it's incredible. It's been like my favorite forever since I'm like 14 years old. I've been obsessed, and I've always thought, okay, like I want to do something like that. If one day I, make my own tracks and start producing, then I will certainly do something like that. And that time came with Acid Martini.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm trying to check out Wax Taylor. That's awesome. Okay, given that it's Women's History Month, who are some women in dance music that inspire you?
So I didn't choose somebody in dance music. I chose somebody.
Okay, great. It doesn't have to be dance music. Just in general in the world at large.
I love Patti Smith. I think she's the most.
You're
incredible
lying
woman.
right now.
Why?
Okay, wait. Patti Smith. When I'm asked like who out of anybody in the world you could collaborate with, who would it be? My answer is Patti Smith.
No way.
I pulled. There's a video of her reciting her poem, "The People Have the Power," and I took that vocal and I built a song around it. And
Are you joking?
I literally been DMing it to her, and I'm like tagging her and like trying to get like, does anybody? I got my team. I'm like, does anybody have any connection to Patti Smith? She is my favorite art. She's my favorite artist of all time.
No way. Mine too. Incredible. No way.
Are
Did you get to her?
Me? No,
Did you manage?
I DM her every few days. Like it's like absolutely psychotic.
Oh my god.
So why do you love her?
I loved her because I read a bit about her history and the fact that she started with poetry and not music, and that really touched my heart when I read that she started out of nothing. All she had was her words, and she ended up going towards a musical career, but she wanted a simple life as a poet, and I love that. And I you probably read Just Kids.
I've read it 3 times.
Me too, 3 times.
I remember that, like, when I first read that book, it got my blood rushing because...
Me too.
Just, like, her at the Chesley Hotel with, at the same time as all these other artists in the fabric of the American culture and history that have, like, truly shaped music in our landscape, and that she was, just living her life not for, like, some larger goal, like fame and success came for her, but that was never her point. And I'm so drawn to her for that. Oh, man. I can't believe you, Patti. I knew that we were kindred spirits.
She's a survivor of this era also, because most of people who got famous at that time, they, like, unfortunately all died. Yeah. For different reasons. But, like, the 27th Club, and she went through it, and she's 78 years old and still thriving. I want to be her, and I want her to be my grandmother.
I feel like she is our grandmother, in a lot of ways. She has set the tone. And obviously she's not in dance music at all, but I feel this, rock and roll was, I think, like their dance music, and
exactly.
Sort of how it came to them and how they created it. And I feel so drawn to her, man. Wow, I can't believe that. Final question for you. Tell us what you have coming up this year that you're excited about.
That I'm excited about? Oh, there's some stuff that I can't tell, but I'm so excited about. Okay. It's like I have a few collabs that I'm excited about. And I have a few shows also that I'm excited about, but they're not out yet. Tomorrowland Winter is going to be really fun, actually.
So awesome. We're not playing the same day. Well, we will make sure to follow you on all socials and to stay tuned for more announcements on what's to come with you. I am just such a big fan. Thank you so much for the music that you make and creating tracks that make me feel really good in my body when I play them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So proud of you also for your album and everything you've been doing for women, trying to highlight us and, helping us move forward in that industry that is sometimes not easy for us.
Well, check out Acid Martini, released now on Yes, Yes, Yes. Philou, she's incredible. We love you.
Thank you.